Raymond Bernard Cattell was a British and American psychologist known for his exploration of many areas in psychology. If you would like a full synopsis of his various pursuits, you can visit the Wikipedia article, which has 3 full paragraphs listing the name, and only the name, of his various pursuits. Since a detailed analysis of all of his various works, or at least a summary thereof, would take about 60 minutes, and that exceeds your American attention span by about 59.5 minutes, I'll give you a brief summary of the major points of his career. Way back in the days where everything was still black and white, a man called Gordon Allport, another psychologist, identified more than 4,000 words in the English language that could be used to describe personality traits. Later, Raymond Cattell analyzed this list and whittled it down to 171 characteristics, mostly by eliminating terms that were redundant or uncommon. Cattell then used a technique called factor analysis to identify traits that were related to one another. Because math is hard, I won't go into the specifics, but by doing this, he was able to reduce his list to just 16 personality factors. The first is abstractness, which determines whether one is imaginative or practical. The second is apprehension, which separates the worried from the confident. The third is dominance, which separates forceful from the submissive. The fourth is emotional stability, calm people versus those who are quite high-strung. Number 5 brings us the lively people, or I should say, the spontaneous people and the restrained people. Trait 6 represents one's openness to change, the flexible people versus those attached to the familiar, or their boyfriends. The 7th is perfectionism, controlled versus undisciplined. The 8th is privateness, those who are discreet versus those who are very open. The 9th is reasoning, those who think abstractly and outside the box, or those who think concretely. Number 10 is rule consciousness, those who conform versus those who do not. Rebel! Number 11 is self-reliance, those who operate of their own accord versus those who are dependent on others. Number 12 is sensitivity, those who are tender-hearted versus drop and give me 20! Number 13 is social boldness, the uninhibited versus the shy. Number 14 is the impatient versus the relaxed with the tension trait. And number 15 is vigilance, suspicious versus trusting. Number 16, our final trait, is warmth, the outgoing versus the reserved. Aside from his theory of 16 personality factors, Cattell also developed the idea of fluid intelligence versus crystallized intelligence. Although most people report that they grow less intelligent as they grow older, not me, Mr. Ekman, just the statistics, Cattell stated that this was just not the case. According to the theory, fluid intelligence, or the ability to perceive relationships independent of previous specific practice or instruction concerning those relationships, is a trait that develops through one's youth and one's adolescence, but begins to decline around age 40. On the other hand, crystallized intelligence, or the application of knowledge that comes from prior learning and past experiences to the current situation, continues to grow as we age. This means that the saying, "with old age comes wisdom," really just signifies a loss of one's creative problem-solving abilities to be replaced by real-time applications of all those great stories old people are always trying to tell you. Born on the 20th of March, 1905, near Birmingham, England, and dying the 2nd of February, 1998, age 92, in Honolulu, Hawaii, after pursuing a retirement of his favorite pursuit, sailing, Raymond Cattell left this life being one of the most important contributors to modern psychology. In honor of this great man's achievements, I humbly present to you what his image would look like if left to the internet for 15 seconds. My name is Tristan Brigler, and I humbly wish you and Mr. Cattell a pleasant eternity.